You feel fine today, but inside, your legs might already be losing strength without warning. I've been there too. One day you're climbing stairs without a second thought. The next, your knees protest with every step. But here's something many of us don't realize. Some fruits you trust, even love, might be secretly working against your strength. Now, don't get me wrong. Fruits are healthy. They're nature's gift. But as our bodies change after 60, not every fruit serves us equally anymore. Today, let's uncover 7 leg-weakening fruits you might want to reconsider, and what to eat instead. Small changes that can make a world of difference for your mobility, your strength, and your freedom. Mangoes are tropical treasures, bursting with vitamins A and C. They're sweet, they're delicious, and yes, they're good for you in many ways. But for those of us in our silver years, these sweet treats might be silently working against our leg strength. Here's why. Mangoes are among the highest sugar content fruits out there. That natural sugar, while better than processed sweets, can still trigger inflammation in joints and muscles for many of us. When I started noticing stiffness in my knees after my morning fruit bowl, I was puzzled. The culprit? Those delicious mango chunks I'd been enjoying. For many of us after 60, this inflammation can settle right in our knee joints, ankles, and the small muscles that keep us steady. You might notice it as a slight morning stiffness, or that your legs just feel heavier as the day goes on. Mangoes aren't villains. They're just better suited to younger bodies that process sugar differently than ours do now. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. We've all heard it. And apples are certainly nutritional powerhouses. But green apples specifically might be working against your leg strength in ways you'd never suspect. Green apples contain higher levels of acids than their red counterparts. For many of us over 60, these acids can aggravate joint tissues and contribute to that nagging stiffness you might feel when getting up from your favorite chair. Those acids can also pull calcium from our bodies over time, the very calcium our aging bones need to stay strong. I used to crunch on green apples daily, loving that tart flavor. Then I noticed the ache in my knees seemed to match my apple habit. It's not about eliminating apples entirely. It's about making choices that support where our bodies are right now. Vitamin C champions. Oranges have been our go-to immune boosters for decades. And yes, they're packed with nutrients we need. But oranges have a hidden side that might surprise you. The high acidity in oranges can trigger inflammation in joints for many of us after 60. That glass of morning orange juice? It might be quietly contributing to the creaky knees that bother you later in the day. Oranges also contain compounds that can increase uric acid in some people. When uric acid builds up, it can form tiny crystals in joints, especially in the feet and ankles, leading to pain and weakened mobility. I noticed it myself on mornings after having orange juice with breakfast. My ankles felt stiffer, less willing to cooperate with my daily walk. Again, oranges aren't bad fruits. They're just working differently in our bodies than they did when we were younger. Summer's perfect refreshment. Watermelon is hydrating, sweet, and seemingly innocent. But for those of us watching our leg strength after 60, watermelon hides a challenge. Watermelon has one of the highest glycemic loads of any fruit. This means it can cause rapid spikes in blood sugar, followed by equally dramatic drops. These fluctuations affect circulation, especially in our legs, where blood already has to work against gravity. The temporary sugar surge can feel energizing, but the drop afterward can leave leg muscles feeling weaker, more fatigued. There's also the diuretic effect. Watermelon increases urination, which can sometimes flush out potassium, a mineral crucial for muscle function. I used to enjoy watermelon on hot afternoons, but noticed my evening walks became more challenging those same days. These little jewels of sweetness have been celebrated since ancient times. Grapes contain resveratrol and other antioxidants that support heart health. But for our leg strength after 60, they present a hidden challenge. Grapes are essentially little sugar bombs. A handful contains concentrated natural sugars that can trigger inflammation in weight-bearing joints. For some of us, this can manifest as a deep ache in the knees or hips after eating them. Certain grapes also contain compounds that may interact with medications many of us take for blood pressure or cholesterol, medications that already might affect leg circulation. I noticed my own grape habit coincided with days when my legs felt heavier, less responsive on stairs. Grapes aren't harmful for everyone, but as we honor our changing bodies, we might need to reconsider how these sweet treats affect our strength and mobility. The perfect on-the-go snack, packed with potassium and fiber. Bananas have been breakfast staples and workout fuel for generations. But as we move through our 60s and beyond, bananas present an unexpected challenge to leg strength. While they do contain potassium that muscles need, bananas, especially ripe ones with brown spots, deliver a substantial sugar load that can trigger inflammation in joints and muscles.
For many of us, this can manifest as increased stiffness in the knees or a deeper fatigue in the leg muscles after eating them.
Bananas also contain chitinase, a protein that some studies suggest may worsen inflammation in people with certain sensitivities, often affecting the same joints that keep us mobile and independent. I noticed my own knee discomfort seemed to flare on mornings after having a banana with breakfast. Bananas aren't villains. They're just working differently in our bodies in this golden chapter of life. Tropical, tangy, and traditionally celebrated for containing bromelain, an enzyme said to help with inflammation. But pineapple tops our list of fruits that might be weakening your legs after 60. And here's why. Pineapple is highly acidic. That acidity can increase inflammation throughout the body, but particularly in joints that bear weight, like knees, ankles, and hips. The high sugar content compounds this effect, potentially leading to stiffness, reduced range of motion, and that feeling of your legs just not responding the way they once did. For those of us with any arthritis, and most of us have at least some by our 60s, pineapple's acidity can be particularly challenging. I loved adding pineapple to smoothies until I connected it with the deep ache in my knees that would appear hours later. Pineapple isn't intrinsically harmful, but as we honor the bodies we have today, not the ones we had at 30, we might need to reconsider its place in our daily diet. Not all fruits are the problem. Some are the solution. Let's meet 5 fruit heroes that actually support your leg strength, joint health, and circulation. These aren't just replacements. They're upgrades for your changing body. Blueberries, raspberries, and blackberries are lower in sugar than many fruits, but packed with antioxidants that actively fight inflammation. Replace your mango or banana with a handful of mixed berries, and you'll be giving your joints powerful allies. The deep colors in berries come from compounds that help strengthen blood vessels, improving circulation to those all-important leg muscles. I started having berries instead of higher sugar fruits and noticed my morning stiffness began to fade within weeks. Cherries, especially tart cherries, contain compounds that have been shown to reduce inflammatory markers in the body. They work particularly well as replacements for grapes or watermelon when you want something sweet, but need to protect your leg strength. Enjoy them in moderation, as they still contain natural sugars, but their anti-inflammatory benefits often outweigh the sugar content for many of us. I found that a small handful of cherries satisfies my sweet tooth without the knee pain I used to get from other fruits. Yes, avocados are fruits, and they're perfect allies for maintaining leg strength after 60. Unlike sugary fruits, avocados contain healthy fats that help reduce inflammation and support joint cushioning. They're also rich in potassium, essential for muscle function, without the sugar spike of bananas. Adding half an avocado to my daily diet improved not just how my legs felt, but how steady and strong they remained throughout the day. Papaya contains enzymes that actually support digestion and reduce systemic inflammation, unlike pineapple, which can aggravate it for many of us. Its moderate sugar content and high fiber help prevent the blood sugar spikes that can weaken circulation to our legs. Papaya makes an excellent replacement for pineapple in smoothies or as a sweet treat after dinner. When I switched from pineapple to papaya, the deep ache in my knees noticeably improved within days. Pears offer sweetness with more fiber and less acid than apples, making them gentler on joints. The key is enjoying them with a bit of protein, like a few almonds or a tablespoon of nut butter, which slows sugar absorption and protects your legs from inflammation. This combination helps maintain steady energy without the peaks and valleys that can leave leg muscles feeling depleted. I've found that a pear with a small handful of almonds satisfies my sweet tooth while keeping my legs feeling strong all day. Aging doesn't mean weakness. It means getting smarter about your choices. Your body isn't betraying you. It's simply asking for different support than it needed decades ago. That's not decline. That's wisdom waiting to be heard. One fruit swap at a time, you rebuild the strength that protects your independence. Your freedom to walk, to travel, to play with grandchildren. It all begins with these small, powerful choices. The fruits that served you at 30 or 40 might not be your allies at 60 or 70. And that's perfectly okay. This isn't about restriction. It's about liberation. Freeing yourself from unnecessary pain and weakness by simply choosing differently. Tomorrow morning, look at your fruit bowl with new eyes. Which fruit might you swap out? Which new ally might you welcome in? Remember, strength isn't just about what you can lift. It's about lifting yourself, carrying your own dreams forward, one step at a time, on legs that feel steady and capable. Which fruit are you cutting back on? And which one are you adding? Share in the comments below. And if you found this helpful, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next empowerment video. Until next time, here's to your strength, your wisdom, and the beautiful journey ahead.